Hi everybody, Neil Kravitz here. Hope you're enjoying these daily clinical pearls. This clinical pearl is about my expander design. I get a lot of questions about my phase 1 expanders. I use AOA Labs primarily. I've been so happy with them. Here is my classic phase 1 expander. As I've said many times, I try to limit my phase 1 treatment. I do believe we are overprescribing a little bit in orthodontics, so if I can delay treatment for one single continuous phase around middle school, that's always more ideal for me and perhaps the patient and parent too. But here is my phase 1 expander. We'll do this if we have a unilateral crossbite and a functional shift, or if we have severely ectopic canines. You can see that I like to use the monoguided design with only one guide pin. This is what we call a mini expander. I like to have the rests on the D's. I think you need to have the rests. If you don't put these rests here, these little side arms will get tucked under the gums and that can be uncomfortable. So I'm using a mini expander or a monoguided expander with rests on the D's. I'm doing one turn a day for about 30 to 35 days. Now I do a lower E-arch occasionally. This E-arch has bands on the E's and rests on the 6s. The lab will do this if the 6s aren't fully erupted. If you notice here, you'll see a rest on the D on one side. You can't put rests on both sides because on the other side there is a spring. The importance of having a occlusal rest is to avoid the tongue lifting up the framework. If the tongue lifts the framework over the occlusal table, the expander will distalize the molars rather than expand. Now, we're not getting true expansion in the lower arch. You can't expand a mandible, but we are getting a little bit of dental tipping to make room temporarily for these teeth to erupt. So again, I'm using AOA Labs. I'm using mini expanders in the upper arches. If I do an E-arch in the lower, I will try to band the 6s, but if not, I'll band the E's and put rests on the 6s, and I will put one rest on one of the D's to prevent the framework from lifting up. Let me know what you think about this pearl. Have a great weekend. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to this page. I look forward to seeing you for another clinical pearl. Bye.